Welcome back to the Power of Sound. Was that professional?
You've always wanted to do that, hadn't you?
I know. I got this little thing and I can tap and make sounds now.
What does it feel like? What does it feel like to be able to do the intro?
It's a powerful feeling.
And we are live.
It's like I'm almost as good as Mike is at this stuff. I don't know.
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Sound. We are live. We have me, Mike, Miggity Mike, and G-Zilla.
It's good, right?
I don't think that was over the top. I think it was really good.
No, I think that was great. Here, let me do it one more time. Ready? Oh, I have to do the mouth at the same time. How's that?
I need some kind of drop, dude.
Yeah, we both need drops. If anybody out there makes drops, we need like I want to get like a French lady saying, "Bonjour, you are watching the Power of Sound podcast." I don't think that's French. I don't know.
That was kind of Asian, like an Asian French. That was like an Asian lady living in France. I think that's what it was.
I'm good with that. Well,
we got any viewers yet?
We got 5, and I think we need to give the viewers something, and maybe a topic. We have a topic tonight.
Yeah, we're doing
other nights where we have a topic.
Ported versus non-ported subwoofers.
Do you really call them non-ported?
Whatever. Sealed. Sorry. Sealed cones.
Should we also call it sealed versus bass reflex?
Whatever. Tomato, bro. I don't care about your audiophilia terms and glossary of terms.
It's a thing.
So if you're watching this right now, please comment and let us know you're here, because then we'll see it over here in our little. Okay, now I will see it in the little thing. Here we go.
I commented.
Yeah, you commented.
Okay, if people don't know Mike, watch him when he tries to read the comments. He'll give you a little bit of this, like, because he can't see the screen. It's hilarious.
All right.
So, I posted up the link to the show in Home Theater Fanatics, and very quickly, people, in the thumbnail is like, which one's best, right? Ported versus sealed, which is best? And quickly, we got the choruses of, "There's not a best."
People already said something.
Oh yeah, they posted up on Home Theater Fanatics, and they came back with the, "There's no such thing as best." Seal versus ported.
I think what it comes down to is, who's here? Rick
Long, which is an awesome porn name, by the way.
That Rick Long is the best porn name I've ever heard in my life.
Welcome, Rick.
Let me put these on so I can see what the hell's going on.
I think you should do that.
I have a 12-inch Dayton
high output.
Shut up. High output
I'm just helping you, man.
And a sealed. What to do with it? Not impressed. 1,000 watt DSP amp pushing. Jesus, you have a 1,000 watt. It wasn't fun growing up. I wouldn't imagine. But I think it's awesome now. In your 20s, you're like, "Hey, baby, I'm Rick Long. How you doing?" So
and he's all like, "I'm married."
Yeah, I'm married.
I don't need that anymore.
Okay, so 12-inch high output sub and a sealed. Are you not?
The question is,
we're not impressed.
Yeah. So, Rick, are you not impressed with it? Like, just yeah. Are you asking us how you could change it to be more impressive?
Or are you asking us if we're impressed with your 12-inch Dayton? Because I'm pretty impressed with your 12-inch Dayton. I think 12-inch Daytons are just fine.
It's pretty funny that Rick Long has a 12-inch Dayton.
Dude, Rick Long had to have a 12-inch Dayton.
He hates us now. I apologize.
Married almost 50. That a boy. Okay, I'm here, Giles.
Mark D. So Mark is okay. Mark, I'm gonna post up a comment here with the link to jump in. If you want to jump in, feel free. But Rick, can you clarify? So are you saying that you don't like what's going on, or are we impressed that you have a 12-inch sub? I think he's saying that he's not impressed with it.
1,000-watt amp pushing it. That thing should
1,000
be,
watts is plenty fine.
yeah, that thing
plenty
should
power.
be like screaming in that 900 square foot living room. Which 900 square feet, man, I've had apartments smaller than that. This guy's living room is 900 square feet. Oh my God. Well, right on. I don't know, Rick, like what do you want to do with it? Are you doing mostly movies? Are you doing music? Like, what are you doing?
So while he's answering, so if he's using this in a living room for home theater, it just 112 in a room of that size, 900 square feet. My whole home is about 3,000 square feet. So that's almost a third of my whole, that's like a whole floor of my home. And 112 would not really, I think, get things going. It's just not enough cone area to really pressurize that room.
The cones.
My guess is that you just need more.
Double up, bro.
Double up. Yeah, I mean, and you could also be sitting in a room mode. So with only one sub, it's really difficult to, overcome room modes and give yourself kind of a consistent response across your entire listening area. And then sealed. What's that?
He's got to do the crawl.
Well, yeah, you could do the crawl, but he really needs to get 2 subs and try and time align them and go through that whole process.
Here we go. Hold on. Not at all. Went and got the 18-inch Dayton sealed, and it's too booming. First of all, there's never too much booming. All right. Music is only for large sub. I have a separate DefTech 8 1200 watts for movies. A DefTech 8-inch?
I would say that if you've got a Dayton 18-inch sealed and it's boomy, something's going on, because I built the 18-inch sealed kit from Dayton with the 18-inch Ultimax, and I used that for quite a while, and it digs really deep, and it wasn't boomy for me at all. So that, I don't know that the boominess is a function of the 18-inch or the sealed cabinet.
Well, I mean, 18s can be a lot of bass for some people, like
18 is a lot of bass for almost everybody. It's a lot of bass.
I like it because you could feel it more than you can hear it. Like it gives you the sensation when you're watching a movie. That's why I'm kind of confused by his answer, because I would have imagined he'd be using the 18 for movies and the 8 for music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. So yeah, he's got the 18-inch Ultimax kit. Let me throw that up. And that's exactly what I built. So it's the 4 cubic foot de novo sealed box with the 18-inch UM1822, and most people will wire that in series to give you a 4 ohm load.
And you've done the Dayton. I'm sorry.
Well, I've done this exact.
And you've done a GSG, so you know the difference in both of those. But GSG is ported, right? Yeah,
it's a slot ported bass reflex, and the Marty Cube from GSG is fairly comparable to the 4 cubic foot box from Dayton.
Well, I think if an 18's too boomy, he should just do a 12 for everything, or 2 12s. I'm sorry, 2 12s, and run them.
I think there's something to be done with EQ in there, because it shouldn't be boomy, and you should be able to EQ it to sound however you want to. So, do you have any kind of DSP, outboard DSP that you can use to EQ those?
4 ohm load on the Parts Express 1200.
Yes. Okay. So you should be able to take REW and then do a sweep with that from your listening position and kind of see what's going on and see how flat that is. So if you run that REW sweep and you're seeing a bunch of, really big humps in there, you might want to look at EQing that down a little bit. So it's not as boomy, so to speak. You can tighten that up to make it sound pretty much however you want to. That's my recommendation.
That's all.
I would try some DSP on there. Anyway, moving on. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. The question is there such a thing as best when you compare sealed to ported or bass reflex. And to be clear, bass reflex comes in a couple of different flavors that most people know about, and that's the ported version. So if you see a big subwoofer and it's got the holes in it with the pipes like this, or a slot across the bottom, that's a ported bass reflex setup. So when the sub plays, the back pressure off the sub will resonate the air column in the port to give you a reinforcement of the low end, so it makes it louder effectively. And then sealed is just sealed. It's got the air spring inside is sealed, so it doesn't change. And it plays deeper than ported because you can get into trouble with a ported design, which includes those passive radiators under the port tuning or the passive radiator tuning, because then those things go crazy. That's why you usually have like a 20 or 16 hertz high pass filter down there to save your subwoofer from blowing up. And then sealed just has a nice little roll off naturally as you get deeper and deeper, but the super deep stuff sealed plays louder. So I don't know, maybe it's just all based off use case. What do you think, Mike? What would make you go one way or another?
Well, I used to think I liked sealed better only because I like tighter bass. You know, I used to listen to a lot of music and use a subwoofer with everything I do. And for some reason, somebody along the years of doing stuff told me, yeah, if you want that tighter bass, do sealed. And I'm like, okay, and that just stuck in my head, which it has no real science.
Yeah, it's not really a thing.
It's not really a thing, you know? So I was
really
missing. And that's the, and I'm kind of segueing this into another thing where I think there's a lot of misconceptions in audio where people will tell you a thing and you'll believe it like it's gospel. And
there's a lot of that goes around.
Yeah. So once I was introduced to ported subs, I don't know. They both have they sound different. It's hard to explain. But I right now I'll just tell you what I have. I have a sealed 8-inch subwoofer that I use for my computer setup that, you know, it doesn't get too loud, doesn't get too crazy because I usually use it late at night for gaming and stuff like that. I think an 8-inch is good for gaming. It's good for music as far as a computer setup goes. You know, if you have your computer station, it doesn't take up too much space. It just sits down there. I put my foot on it usually, and it's fine. Now, if I'm going to be watching a movie or doing something crazy, yeah, you know, I want at least a 12-inch sub to get, you know, at least some of those frequencies that the movies were made for, you know, so certain explosions,
digs a little deeper.
Yeah, there's certain things that, you know, gunshots are really important. I think, who was it that was talking about John Wick? Wasn't that Mark Cass event? He was talking about his favorite movie was John Wick.
Yeah. He said he would play that in his office all the time. And
yeah. And I think,
it wasn't Mark Cass event, was it? Oh, it was. It was totally Mark.
It was Mark. Yeah. It was during the Klipsch thing. And he's right. And that's why I like how Giles over here, actually Giles
Mike's over here. I've learned how to do it backwards now.
Yeah. Giles and I both have in the theater rooms we possess different types of subwoofers. For example, in the theater room here at the house, we have 2 12s and an 18 behind us. So that way we're just, there's a full immersion of bass, you know, and it does matter where you sit. So if you sit in a certain place, you will hear everything totally different. And to answer your question, Rick, I hope you're still on. What he was talking about is an REW sweep. So you're going to download REW onto your laptop, get yourself what's it called, an electro something mic. It's like a special mic you can get that
plays the mic 1 from Mini DSP.
Yeah, and you can actually measure the sound in your room. So do you have a video on that, Giles, on your page?
Not per se. There's a bunch of videos out there about that.
Steven's
got a bunch of good stuff out there from Home Theater Gurus. Not that I want to point anyone away from my channel, but he has a ton of good content around the fundamentals of building your home theater. But the general idea is that REW has a lot of tools, but it has a frequency sweep, so you can look at how loud each frequency is in decibels as opposed to other frequencies. So it does a sweep. It starts down, just say at 10 hertz and sweeps up to 20,000, and it creates this little chart, and you can see, oh, at 40 hertz, it's 3 decibels louder than it is at 42 hertz, right? Or something like that. So in general, people try and make their curves when they're doing subwoofer tuning either flat or either give it a house curve, so it's kind of bassier, heavier at the bottom, just depending on what you're into. But it's really eye-opening, because you can take a look and see, all right, my main listening position, at 70 hertz, and 70, 80 hertz is a really common area, just due to typical room dimensions, around the 14, 15 feet kind of thing, where you get a lot of cancellation, a lot of standing waves and stuff or whatever that kind of whacks that out and gives you a null. But it helps you visualize that and understand what's going on. It's super powerful. Yeah, so FPS machete in high definition. Dude, you gotta get with the
in 4K. You should be.
I know. I was gonna say it's old, man. That's like from like 10 years ago. You need to be 4K.
He's an HD DVD.
Upgrade, man. Upgrade. But yeah, REW. You can Google that and download it. You install it on your PC, then you buy a microphone, typically a USB attached microphone, and jam it in there and go to town. It'll measure all kinds of stuff. It'll help you with phase. That's right. Just do it. Do it.
Just jam it in.
Do it.
All right. Who else is on here? Come on, play with us. Your friend Mark just told you to kick rocks, right?
Apparently. Maybe he doesn't like this show.
Maybe he drinks any new things.
That show's old news. They ruined it in season 8 or whatever it was, the final season. Just killed it.
Don't you talk about my Game of Thrones like that.
It was so good, then it was so bad.
I am naming every single piece of audio equipment that I ever produce after a Game of Thrones reference.
I think that's not cool.
I don't care what you think.
It's not cool. Let me see. That's not the right sound.
You've never sat on the Iron Throne.
I sit on the Iron Throne every day. It's my favorite time of the day. It's awesome.
Where should I put her?
Oh God, it's not. So
I have Khaleesi. She's on the Iron Throne.
Didn't she die? Didn't her boyfriend, uncle, her boyfriend, cousin, boyfriend, son, whatever he was, kill her?
There's quite a bit of stuff going on.
There was.
Best pair of subs for a small room. Pair. That's what I like to hear. Frames per second.
Oh man.
We're talking 2 in a row here.
If you're directing that to me, the best pair of subs for a small room, let's call a small room like 14 by 14 or something like that. I go straight to the double GSG Marty cubes, right? Double 18-inch UM1822s. I mean, that is like a standard. That's like going to Vegas and hearing who's one of those old guys that used to sing in Vegas all the time?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, it's like listening to a Sammy Davis Jr. classic song, right? You know what you're going to get. You really like what you're getting. You understand how that's going to impact your theater, your room, and it's going to be awesome, right? You're going to have a great experience. But yeah, I mean, that's right now in my theater, which is about that size, which is on the smaller size. I'm running a Devastator, which is 21-inch, 4th order, 5th order, whatever it is. It's a sealed box firing into a ported box. No, it's a ported box firing into another box that's ported. But it's not really, it's kind of like a horn, but it doesn't flare in the second box. So people argue that it's a horn or not. So it's not really a horn. It's like a bandpass situation. So I've got one of those running an Eminence 21 and then an 18-inch UM1822 in a Marty Cube enclosure. And man, that thing, it just rocks. I mean, it's good. So if your room is around that size, I would say that and I used to run 2 full Marty 18-inch subs in there, and that was awesome as well. So if you want to go on the smaller side, yeah, two 18 Marty cubes. If you want to step up from there, you can go bigger. And then, you can also look at the pre-built stuff, and if you want to go hardcore pre-built, there's like JTR. Rick, thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. Fourth order. I can never remember all my orders, but JTR makes a bunch of good stuff. A lot of this is just going to depend on use case and how much money you want to spend, right? Because sky's the limit on subs. You could go buy a couple of Velodyne DD Plus 18s at $5,000 a pop and put 2 of those in. They're sealed, and they're monstrous, but that's $10,000. You can build the cubes for like $500 a piece, probably like $900 for the pair or something. Of course, you need to buy amplification on top of that, which would be another $400. So you're like less than $1,500, and you have 2 awesome subs. Oh, dude! So the coolest thing for music that I've seen, and Mike, I think you might have talked to Kevin at GSG about this one. They build a higher tuned version of the Devastator now that's made specifically for music.
Okay, dude, hold on. I'm going to stop you. This guy's looking for a small budget regular sub, and you're pitching him 21-inch subs that are worth like $1,000. Okay, I'm gonna solve all your problems. FPS.
Okay, small budget. All right, do it, Mike.
I'm gonna solve all your problems. You go to Best Buy to Magnolia, get yourself like a $600, $700 REL 12-inch sub. Get 2 of them, and you just solved all your problems. Or a 10-inch. Whatever. REL is a good company. They make good subs. SVS.
Would you recommend those over SVS?
Yes.
Really?
I've heard
both.
You could do
like a PB 2000. Spare change is up in the house.
How are those Starks working out? Who's he talking to? Because there are no Starks in this room.
Yeah, don't look behind your head.
Yeah, just don't look behind my head, because the video's not out yet. And
well, he knows he knows that I'm a super fanboy, right? So my answer is going to be they're pretty freaking amazing across the board. So since we're talking about subwoofers today, Starke makes a sub called the Sub 35, which is a 12-inch powered sub with dual 12-inch passive radiators on the side. And I have one of those in my living room. So I've got that paired with, so I've got a Denon 4400H as my AVR, but I don't use any of the amplification. It's just working as a preamp. Too bad it doesn't have preamp mode like all the new stuff. And that drops down to an Acurus M8 for all of my, it's just a 5.1 system. And then that Starke sub. And then I've got a pair of Klipsch RP600Ms for my left, right, and then Starke Echoes for my center, because I have a little tiny center because I'm using an ultra short throw projector that's sitting on the floor with one of those automatic screens that pops up and down, and then 2 of the cubes for surround. And in that room, that Sub 35 is just freaking beastly. Oh my God. It just, so it's on a wooden floor. So it's not like I'm on a concrete slab. So, even across the room, I get a little bit of tactile action off of it because, it's kind of moving the wooden floor. So yeah, man, it's awesome. I recommend you check those things out. I'd love to see some of that gear on your channel one of these days. I think it's really good stuff. And I'm guessing that you probably would too, if you got a chance to play with some of it. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Chances are he already left. I'm just kidding.
Oh, he might have. I'm long-winded. Dude, if you want to come on if you want to come on the show, dude, just comment. We'll drop you a link and you can hop on and chat with us. And then you can ask all your questions.
I don't think we're ready for spare change.
So this is a thing. Is there such a thing as spare change? Because I can tell you that I don't have any spare change. None of my change.
I haven't had cash. I haven't had cash in months.
I mean, even when I have cash, if I have change, I look at my hand and I'm like, it's not spare. This is, I have a use for this.
Hold on. We got a question. I'll take care of this. Talking to Deb. All right. What's up, guys? I'm about to add dual. You got a baller system making me jealous. Spare change. Of course I do. Okay. This is coming from the guy.
Aren't you running a Trinov Altitude 16 or whatever in your theater? That's like worth, it's like 4 of my Muse. Now my Muse is freaking awesome, but Trinov is kind of like I mean, everybody knows that it's awesome. If people are looking for a 16-channel processor though and can't afford the Trinov, then I would definitely point them toward Acurus. It's really cool. But no, dude, your stuff. He's got an awesome system.
The guy underneath him.
Here we go.
The spare change is good. So the guy underneath him. That's a question for you, Giles. That's a
okay. Total... I'll read this out for the folks that are going to listen to this as a podcast. What's up, guys? What's up? Does this microphone sound good? If I sound like I'm still in a bathroom because I've got the wrong input set for my mic or whatever, let me know. I should be sounding nice and bassy right now. So what's up, guys? Oh, this comes from Clayton Detweiler. I hope I got that right. I'm about to add dual mini Martys with Dayton 18s. So I assume that these are the UM 1822s and not the HOs in the rear of my theater. And I hope that you plan to put those near field if you're putting them in the rear, which is awesome. And I have dual PB4000s in front, just worried to get them to sound good together. All right. So the magic you want there typically is a tool set that will let you tune all 4 of those subwoofers at one time. And what has become as kind of a standard for the 4 subwoofer setup is a mini DSP 2x4 HD. So that's a little box. It's small. It's got 4 inputs or outputs on one side and 2 inputs on the other. So you just take your subwoofer out from your processor or your AVR, or you could take 2, plug them into one side, and then the RCA is out on the other side. We go to your amplification for your subs, and that can be external amplification or it can be internal amplification if you've got active subs. And what that tool will let you do is set your delay for each of the subs. It'll let you do full EQ. You can do the polarity, the phase. You can change levels, all kinds of stuff, right? Time alignment. And that is kind of the Swiss Army knife of tuning subwoofers. Now, you go down the rabbit hole super deep when you when you start looking at tuning your system. But yeah, I would encourage you just to go and Google REW subwoofer mini DSP 2x4 HD, and then there's going to be a plethora of information that will help you get that stuff in shape. And I would say that those 4 subs together, you're not going to have any problems. I mean, there's nothing that would prevent you from having a super baller setup with those subs. I mean, that's going to be awesome. And if you put 2 UM 1822s near field behind your seating position, that'll be pretty tactile. I mean, that's going to move your seating around. You're gonna love it, man. It's super exciting. You'll love watching movies. I mean, that's cool. I'm really excited to kind of hear about what you get done with that. You should post up some pics and stuff in Home Theater Fanatics, right? And let us see what you got going on. Oh, I should pitch that. That's my Facebook group, Home Theater Fanatics, the best place on the web to talk about home theater. Was that good? Was that bad? I don't know. Oh, I'm sad nobody's wanted to come on the show with us yet. I figured we'd have some people saying, yeah, I got a camera and I talk about this stuff. But I don't think we've still come up with an answer which one's best.
I think they're just different. I don't think there's a best one. I don't prefer one over the other. I think they both sound good. What would you set the crossover on the subs if you were going to implement a mini DSP? That the answer is to that question is it depends, right? The go-to crossover, so they're going to be two different things that you need to set, right? So you need to set the crossover in your processor for all of your satellites, right? So your bed channels, and you typically don't want to run those large. You want to run those small, and the standard to start is kind of 80 hertz. If you've got super competent towers, or something with 8s or something, you might be able to go lower than that. And then if you've got some smaller speakers, you might need to go up around 100, 120, just whatever, right? And then of course in your AVR, the crossover for the LFE channel will be 120 hertz. But in no worries, Mark. I would love to have you on the show one of these days, though. But back to the question, in the mini DSP, people typically use the crossover in the mini DSP to set up what's called a high pass filter
So what that does is it's also called a subsonic filter, and this is specifically used for ported subwoofers, not sealed. Sealed don't suffer from this issue, but when you start to play bass that's under the port tuning frequency of a bass reflex system, and this can be either ported or it could be passive radiators, the movement of the cone becomes uncontrolled because the air cushion, the air spring, doesn't really help control the cone anymore, right? So you can easily damage your subwoofer. So if you're dropping 1200 watts or something and then something tries to play 8 hertz, and if you don't have any crossover to kind of knock that down, the cone movement is just going to go crazy, and you'll probably hit physical X max, whatever that's called, and just blow something up. But that's what usually the crossover in the mini DSP is used for. And for my subs, I found that my favorite crossover is somewhere between 16 and 20 hertz, just depending. I'll play with it, but right now I've got both of my subs set at 16 hertz with I think a 12 decibel slope, knocking the stuff off out of the bottom. Now, even with that crossover, that high pass filter, 10 hertz is only like 3 or 4 or 5 decibels down or something for me. It's not flat. I need to tune it, and I could probably get that flat at 115 decibels or something if I wanted to. But it's only down a little bit. So that's what I do with my mini DSP, Brett. So hopefully that was useful. Oh, look, there's Mark. There he is. Ha ha. I don't think he can hear us. Everybody can see you. Everybody can see you. There he is. Everybody can see you. I don't think he knows people are watching him. Is he going to pick his nose? Oh, he left. Damn it.
You scared him away.
He saw you, man. You were there. So yeah, that's I think if you're doing multiple subwoofers, the mini DSP is, I don't want to say it's required, but I think he was asking where you would set the physical switch on the sub box itself. So yeah, if let's be right back. So here, let's throw this up. So Mike, you just did a video talking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where would you set it at?
Well, depends on what his other stuff is doing, but I mean, 80 hertz seems to be the THX thing across the board. But Giles, you take this over. You like talking about subs, dude. You're having so much fun talking. Go.
So it just depends, right? So if you're using this with like a full built-in AVR,
but just a reference, I usually set mine around 80, give or take. Because
if you've got an AVR going on and you've got crossover set in there, then I just jam it up all the way because it becomes kind of irrelevant at that point, because your processor is controlling the crossover to limit kind of the high frequencies and stuff going into the sub. So you just want the sub to play whatever's sent to it. If you are using this like in a 2-channel system and you don't have a processor and you need to rely on the sub, then you definitely need to set it somewhere. So in that scenario, you'll have like you might have inputs coming in with some inputs or outputs that you could then run to another set of amplification for your mids and highs. So then you need to play with it and cross it over. And 80 hertz is a really good starting point for that. And then I would just tune from there.
I mean, usually when your bass starts falling off is when you want to supplement that with subwoofer bass.
Oh yeah, I love it. Oh yeah, right on, Mark. We'll get you in here one of these times. It'd be cool to have you. If people don't know Mark, type in your podcast name so we can get that out to everybody too, because I don't know what it is and I need to check it out because I didn't know you were doing a podcast on a weekly basis. That's cool. I totally want to check that out. Mark knows what he's talking about. He's very competent. And I love to see his comments. All right, so let's.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Let's get this party started. Last night we were rocking out like a rave.
Yeah, that guy from
I'm gonna invite him.
Higher Records.
Pyre, yeah.
Yeah.
Real Tuners Radio. It's about race cars.
Nice. You know what I want?
A McLaren.
I don't know how to answer that. Oh, I still want to do like a BMW M something. I don't know why.
BMW.
M3. Yeah, it's just
gross. They're uncomfortable. I don't like them. They're too stiff. I like a comfy ride. I don't know. Mark. Let's ask Mark. Mark, what's your favorite race car?
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you like cover everything? Is it like do you like do Indy and then Formula One and drag race, Top Fuel stuff, or are you like more specific? Ooh, there you go. E36 M3 with a V8.
That's a nice way to spend a lot of money on a German car.
Do they come with it? Is a V8 special? I thought they like came with like a. I think the E30.
What's Koenigsegg Agera changed my mind. What?
Okay, EFI tuning and drag racing. Right on.
Nice.
So I'm not a huge car guy. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, Mark. Right on. Dude, so if you have that sounds super sweet. Now, isn't E36 from like isn't that an older body style? Like, isn't that from like 10 or 15 years ago or something?
Hey,
I thought they were in the 40 somethings now.
Look at John Doe. We're not talking about cars anymore. Just look at John Doe.
Oh, I think John Doe is telling us stay on target.
Yeah.
Stay on target. Don't talk about cars. All right.
The great woofer debate. We need someone to come in and debate us. Come on.
Because I could take a position and say,
who is John Doe?
You're not using ported, you're giving away volume at the low end, but not the super low end, and you'd be silly to do that. I don't know. John Doe, do you want to debate it? I don't know. He's
got his popcorn ready. Looks like he's gonna drop. He'll probably be dropping some memes here soon.
The whole John Doe thing is very mysterious, though.
It is. Best is whatever the wife is willing to accept. That is why. Well, amongst other things, that's why I'm single. I do not want a woman dictating what kind of subwoofer I can have in my house.
All right, there, Bocephus. Let's go see you.
Woman. Hey, I want the round of applause.
Oh, you want that? I have that somewhere. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Mark is absolutely correct, right? So if you can do a lot of subs, I don't even know if a lot is really a lot. You can get as much output as you need at the low end with sealed. I think the ported or the bass reflex subs are nice and helpful if you have a limited real estate for subwoofers, or there's some kind of external limitation, like your wife won't let you have more than one or something, to give you a little more oomph at kind of the sweet spot down around 20, 25 hertz, something like that. And I used to be just a sealed fanatic. That's all I would run. I would do nothing but sealed. And I had tons of arguments with people, and I was like, "Oh, you've got ported, then your stuff sucks." Just straight to the sucks.
That's that misconception I was talking to you about earlier. We didn't have enough examples to go on. It just wasn't. I don't know. Never had sealed versus ported for music. I'd say sealed. I like the way sealed sounds better for music. Just my opinion.
I say 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other.
Yeah, see, John Doe agrees with me. Thank you, John Doe, whoever you are. Sealed.
It's very mysterious.
Hey, he's on my side, all right?
I don't know. I guess so.
He needs to get rid of the wife and get more subwoofers.
Team sealed are women haters.
There is no difference for music. Either the subwoofer works well or it doesn't. I'm
on board with Mark with this one.
I don't know, man. I still think there's a difference in sound. Maybe
I think there's a difference in sound. I think there's a difference in sound just because of what subwoofer it is, and not necessarily because it's ported or sealed.
I agree. Some subwoofers sound like everything sounds different. That's the biggest. The thing with debating sound is that everyone perceives it differently. So, like, what you think it sounds good, I can say sounds like poop.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you're wrong.
but when everybody's wrong, then and that's why I hate arguing with audiophiles or anybody like that thinks that this is gospel, this was written by Jesus, and this is what it is. Like these cables are what they are. I can't do it, dude. I can't do a debate like that because everybody's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like at the
Except
end
for one person.
yourself.
Exactly.
So
and you know what? Some people say that's all you need to worry about.
I mean, that's all I ever worry about is
Just,
myself.
are you happy with what you got or not? My problem is that I'll be happy with something and then I'll hear something else
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not happy anymore.
You know what I regret not hearing at Cedia?
What's
Was
that?
that monster sub that you took a picture of me? I was on, like, it was literally almost to my shoulder. What was that thing? It was wasn't it like a 36-inch or some crazy
32, 36, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I would have
really
heard that because, and I know it's more for home theater application, but Floyd Tool proved that they can predict what sounds well to the majority of people around 85% of the time.
Is he a Tool fan?
Is he a Tool? Is he probably a Tool? That's what it is. They can predict.
Yeah, I am completely.
Well, I'm
unfamiliar with the work of Tool. I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, I could see that if you go to, let me, I'll kind of play off what Mark just said. Let's say, you and I, Giles, we go to the store, the Best Buy or wherever the hell we go. And we hear, I don't know, a Sony $90 subwoofer against, a REL or an SBS. Yeah, you can say 80% of the population will pick the REL or the SBS. It just depends on the sub, really. Depends on the sub, depends on the room, depends on the situation, depends on the music, depends on the movie. It's too many variables to say, yeah, one is better than the other, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ultimately, and this is not an answer that anybody really likes, is oh dude, I'm totally changing the subject. This thing's got a private chat thing. Oh, sorry, Mark. I didn't even Mark had sent me some messages in chat and I didn't even know this tool would let me do this. Nice.
Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, right on.
All right. Well,
sorry I ignored you, Mark. I didn't even know they were there. But
I like John Doe. Whoever you are, I like you. You and I agree.
John Doe. And I totally lost what I was talking about. It's completely gone. I had it in my head and then now it's disappeared. I sent an email off to the SVS guys and I was hoping that they would see it tonight and then come jump on because they're going
to be on the show this week anyways, right? What day? Thursday?
Thursday's bad. They got like a meeting, so we got to schedule another day to film that. But yeah, they're coming.
Everywhere. What's booming everywhere? We just said so much stuff. I don't understand what.
Yeah. So in my experience, sealed is more accurate, articulate, translating to better music experience. And then is it boomy everywhere? I don't know. Sometimes I get real boomy bass in my car, driving around with my windows down.
I wish life was just boomy everywhere.
It's all about that bass.
I wish there was a subwoofer that followed me around everywhere.
Oh, that 36-inch sub that you wanted to see it.
Okay, let me let you in on my variables. Small room, looking to run 2 subs, mostly music, especially heavy metal. Those are my variables. Oh, I'll do 10s. For heavy metal, do 2 10s.
Why does everyone always say heavy metal 10s? That's
because I
10s.
think 8s or 10s are better for rock. What is your budget? I guess that's a good question. He can get 2 Klipsch 10s for cheap, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cheap Klipsch 10s though.
And they're Klipsch. As long as they have copper on it, somebody will like it.
Yeah, how do you say that? Is that pronounced Sue? HSU Sue?
DIY. I love 8s for rock. Yeah, I do like 8s for rock, Mr. Long. I have it 8 right here. Energy 8. And it rocks. Actually, it's good for hip hop. I don't know how this thing gets so loud, but it does. Shoe. Show? Shoe, like as in SHO
Shoe.
or show?
The Shoe VTF2. Let me
What is that?
look up the specs on that one. I don't know the model.
John Doe. That's so funny.
All right, so apparently they're up to the Mark V version as of 2016. It's a nice, formidable looking subwoofer.
Shoe. Like you're wearing a shoe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a shoe at you.
Shoe.
Like shoe, fly. Don't bother.
So Shoe is very well respected in subwoofer world. If you're unfamiliar with them, you should absolutely look at it. So this guy looks like it retails for about $539, and it claims solid sound reproduction down to 18 hertz, but not being tremendously bulky or heavy. And it's a 12-inch with a 350 watt amp.
Have you tested the sealed SVS 3000? No, but I would love to.
Me too.
Maybe
we're gonna have to hit those guys up.
Yeah, maybe it's something we can talk to SVS about when we have them on the show this next week.
Now, if you follow the audiophiliac, he will swear by some SVS subs. Steve Gutenberg.
You were totally like telling everybody about everybody else's videos but ours.
I'm like a fanboy. I got a lot of folks that I like. I would love to do a show with Steve one of these days, especially after he totally went after all the cable people.
Dude, he mic
dropped on everybody.
Dude went nuts. All right, if you have time and a small budget, DIY is always a good way to go. I agree. Joe, 90% of your subwoofers are DIY.
100% in my theater.
Yeah.
100% are DIY.
I mean, and to be honest, for the people that are scared to start a DIY project, Giles was a novice to DIY until he started doing it.
And I'm still a dork when it comes to building stuff.
But you build it well, it works well. You know, it's not like you mess anything up. So pair of Martys in Dayton, UM18 to 22s will get you some heavier rock. I don't agree. I don't agree.
Oh, dude. Okay, come over. I'll play you a pair of UM18.
No, your wife won't let me come over.
Well, that's because you're diseased. Well, in her mind, everybody's diseased right now.
Everybody's a zombie in her eyes.
Yeah.
The blood
protecting us. Zombie. But okay, I will say that 80% of the time, for people that can build something, if they're like, oh, I need some subwoofers, what can I do? Going with a pair of Marty cubes with UM1822s, or even mini Martys or full Martys, is not a bad answer, because it's a nice, solid, all-around system that plays music. It's great with movies. It digs down deep. It's got enough mid-bass. But you got to build it. You got to paint it. You got to put it all together. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But if you can build it, it's not a bad go-to answer. All right. So Rick says, what about a Hutchinson ETA 8-inch, or is that just car audio SPL stuff? I have no idea what a Hutchinson is. I've never heard of it. I am completely unfamiliar with it. Mike, I can Google it.
I've never heard of it. Google it. Hexibase, he makes 3D print sub boxes with 3-inch subs. 3-inch subs. That is interesting. Where would you put a 3-inch sub?
In a
set of a playhouse,
small box.
No, so I heard Dayton's starting to do, or I'm sorry, Parts Express is starting to carry smaller, like 5-inch subs, stuff like that. I don't know if they've released them yet, but
they've got a 21-inch Pro audio sub now too.
Oh my god!
But it looks like it sucks. I need to really look at it more closely.
No worries, FPS Machete HD in HD. Change it
HD. Dude, next time he's going to show up, he's going to be in 4K.
You got to be 4K next time we see you.
We really want that 4K.
We really want that 4K. And for whoever is on this thing right now, please subscribe to, if you're not subscribed yet to this guy over here, JDM World, and subscribe to me, Audio Architects, spelled funky. So yeah, subscribe to our channels, because that would really help us out. And obviously subscribe to the Power of Sound podcast, which we put out a new podcast every Tuesday, so you get a new one tomorrow.
Yeah, it's actually uploading right now. I was worried that it was going to impact the stream.
Tomorrow we're going to be what do you call it? Interviewed Orb Audio. So if you're interested in knowing about Orb Audio, we talk to the owner tomorrow, and well, we already spoke to the owner, but
yeah, you'll be that in the past, but you get to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Weird. Let's see. John Doe says, UM18 plus Marty Cube, Dayton Sealed plus NX6000D is like under 1K. Yeah, absolutely. You can do a cube for like 500, and then an NX600D is like 500 or 600. So yeah, you can do it. You can do about $1,000.
My roommate's running the 18 on an NX3000D, I think.
Yeah. So if you're going to do just one, the 3000 is totally fine. The 6000's 2-channel. You can't. It's not bridgeable down to 1 channel. So the only reason you buy that is if you're going to run 2.
How does 10 hertz at 110 decibels sound? I don't know. Giles, how does 10 hertz at 110 decibels sound?
It's pretty uncomfortable. We need to get Newbie in here because he's like 10 hertz at 130 decibels.
I totally agree with Mark D right now. Always do multiple subs. One sub can be good for one seat in the room. Multiple subs can be made for. Totally agree with you, buddy. I think that I have done one sub every once in a while, and it sucks because if the person is sitting on that side of the couch, they stare.
Different experience.
They miss out, you know. Thoughts on folded horn enclosure subs? You have one, don't you?
No, I don't have a folded horn. So that's like I can't think of any of the names of them right now. Everything is escaping me, but it's like if you look inside of the box, it's got like the pathway that goes like this, and you got like folded horns and tapped folded horns and all kinds of stuff. The short answer is yes, please. I like it. I'm a big fan. But I don't really want to build one because that's like a labor of love right there. I mean, you gotta when you're building a folded horn, that's a lot of pieces of wood. So I've never attempted to do that, but no, I give them thumbs up. Yeah, John Doe, you're right. You use 2 subs and you can tune those together, and the goal is to at multiple seating positions to have more of a predictable response, right? So it's the bass response is similar across a broader area. It helps with all those nulls and all the room mode stuff. It's cool. Okay, Mike, it's almost time for us to start wrapping up here. We're almost at the hour mark.
Is there any pressing question anybody has for us? We have about 8 minutes left, and then we're calling it a night. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think it's going to be holding pieces right now. So just a couple.
Who John Doe is? I think that's what I want to know. Otherwise, that's my question.
He's not clickable, but he's on YouTube as John Doe. So for power sound, like Mike said before, just so you guys know what we've got going on. I run the JDM World YouTube channel, and it has nothing to do with cars. It's just my initials. And little did I know that when I made that name, there would be the Japanese domestic market, and I had no idea. Dez, what's up, Dez?
Dez is in.
Dez is in the house. So Dez is a friend of ours from Starke Sound, and he is a hardcore audiophile, and sometimes makes me cry because I'm not as much of an audiophile as he is. What is my opinion on bass trapping? Well, here's my opinion on room treatment in general. I think the thing that you can do to improve your sound the first thing is buy good speakers. And I think the second most important thing you can do to make your room sound good is to treat it appropriately. And that's going to include absorption, diffusion, and bass traps. So the short answer there is yes, please, more bass traps. Let's really do that. Long answer is you got to be a little bit careful about how you implement that into your room. But in general, it is a positive thing. Yeah, room treatments, super critical. And my theater is not treated at this point, and that is something that I absolutely plan to get into the not too distant future. Still have a lot of stuff to do before I do that. but it is absolutely on the list. It was on the list for this year, and I don't know if it's going to stay on the list for this year or not. But yeah, bass traps, absorption, maybe a little diffusion.
Just to answer FPS Machete, he's back. Crown Audio and Behringer are both decent amps to use to power your subs, so I don't discern between one or the other. Giles, you own both, so it's like, do you have an opinion on that? Do you prefer Crown over Behringer?
I don't. They're both kind of at the same quality level, and they're okay. And you'll have people that'll argue that, and they'll be like, "No, Crown's way better," or Behringer's way better. They're all pretty good. They're solid. They're Class D amps. They get the job done. I would really, really, really love to see a not too terribly expensive, higher quality subwoofer amp out there on the market that doesn't look like a pro amp, that looks more like something that would fit into a home theater cabinet.
I agree with you 100% on that. I think there's a huge opportunity for that right now, because if I let's say I build a 12-inch sub, I don't know, maybe that's in my near future, then I would have to get one of those amps to power it, right? Like there's no, I mean, yeah, there's some monoblock and stuff like that, but like if I want to go a cheap route, that's really one of my only options. I mean, don't you think?
Maybe. I think if you want to be affordable, then the like the XLS stuff, and the NX6000, 3000, all that stuff is fine. It's affordable. It gets the job done. It's in tons of theaters out there. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just not. It doesn't super wow me. And Mark makes a good point. There's higher end stuff made by Crown that's pretty cool. I don't see a lot of people using that. I've never actually seen one of the boxes in person myself.
I was actually going to bring up plate amps, Kyle. That's funny. Kyle's back.
Hey, Kyle.
Plate
so dapper in that photo.
Plate amps are definitely cool, but the thing is, it's like for a good one, you're starting to get up to that $300, $400, $500 range. Like at that point, what do you do? Do you get, because at least with a Crown or a Behringer or whatever, you can use it for multiple subs. You can switch it out. You can.
For DIY, I typically wouldn't go with a plate amp.
I mean, if that's the only sub you're going to have and you're going to use it with that sub forever, then yeah, go for it. But I mean, I would just do something different.
I want to try speaker power. They make some really good stuff, but it's just really pricey. And Des says that Real Traps, it sounds like Real Trap sounds like a music channel.
That is a music. Yeah, it should be a music channel.
Welcome to Real Traps. All trap all the time.
Products on room cheap, man.
Yeah,
those bass traps he's talking about. That's the thing that looks like the partition in an Asian room, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about, where people are changing.
I don't know. Tell me more about that. What is this? What kind of room have you been in with changing people? I don't know. Oh yeah, I agree with Mark.
Private life is my business, Giles.
There you go. Yeah, I agree with that statement. No, usually bass traps are they'll like go in the corners, and they're like a quarter circle.
I won't name any names, but we saw one at someone's house one time that we were at.
What, somebody changing? I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
The bass trap.
Are you talking about when we were at
yeah. Where I couldn't stop laughing in the kitchen.
Tweet Geek? Yeah. I want to buy some $500 wooden nickels.
Oh, I do. We need $500 wooden nickels. Otherwise, our system will not sound good.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. All right, so let's move on. John Doe says, I don't prefer plate amps. Yeah, I'm PowerSoft. Oh, PowerSoft. Those things are like, what, $5,000 a pop or $10,000 or something crazy? Yeah, no, PowerSoft.
Man up, Kyle. Man up. He says man up.
Dude, I know that I'm not man enough to put out that kind of cash. But yeah, PowerSoft, if you're out there, I'll be happy to review some of your stuff for you.
Me too.
PowerSoft, I give it 4 thumbs up. It's all good. FPS is running 2 seismic audio trimmer 18s. The plate amps on those things suck butt.
Yeah, I don't know. Plate amps are a toss up, man. I don't know.
There could be good ones and bad ones, man. Yeah.
I'd rather go with with a good crown or a good Behringer amp. Even though Behringer, I'm the kind of like not really feeling them lately because of some stuff I saw on the interwebs, but some of connectivity and the finished product looks sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's easier to have a plate amp because you just plug and play. But power wise, I don't know. I still feel that I'd rather have an external amp for a big sub, any DIY sub.
I think it's just more flexible because you're not cutting a hole in your box. You can swap them out. You know, you just drop in some speak-on connectors, and that's kind of a standard connection type. And then, yeah, Mark's right. Bass traps usually across the corner, get the extra depth with that 45-degree angle, that 90-degree angle in the corner, rather, to give you a right angle triangle.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, we've hit that 1 hour mark, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Daenerys Targaryen appreciates it.
You know who else appreciates it? G-Zilla.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's good to see everybody. Good to talk. Thanks for dropping by, Mark, Des, Kyle, John Doe, Kyle Baker, Mr. Long, FPS Machete 4K. Who else is out there this time? Ishi 19 SD, Ishan Rashid. I'm
Des,
everybody's names
wait. Was Des here the whole time and only now spoke up? Like
I don't know. Maybe he waited for the end.
Maybe Des was John Doe and he like
because we were talking about Starke sound beforehand. Maybe his ears were itching.
Yeah, he heard a hum in his ears.
So Mark, here, I'm going to translate what Mark said. Mark said,
hilarious, Mark.
Yeah, Mark's like, I thought this was going to suck really bad, but it's not so bad.
Nothing we do sucks, dude. All right. Rick Long, dude. Go long, dude.
Go long. Hey. Oh, dude, that's got to be like his catchphrase. You know, what would Rick Long do? You just go long.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh my God. Richard. What's another thing of Richard is Dick. His name's Dick Long. Yes, dude. Yes.
That's the even better porn name.
Dude, change it to Dick Long. Please. Next time you come in here, you got to be Dick Long. That's what exactly.
Oh, we're 8 years old again. I love it. All right. Okay, we're calling this thing. Thanks, everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Audio Architects.
So there's a Russian in here.
I don't know what he said. He said net.
He probably called us Dick Longs. No, that's my dad's name. That's awesome. So you're Dick Long the second.
Rick is like, I'm never coming back to this place again. Actually, Base Therapy's finally here. Where you been at, dude?
Oh my God, dude, we invited you. Where were you?
We're super sad. You didn't come to represent.
I think I might have told him 11.
What? Well, he's like a-hole.
Hey, bring him in. Base Therapy, come on the show real quick. Send him a link. Hey, follow that link, brother. Yeah, dude, I totally screwed up. My bad. But you're coming in. We're extending the show. I'm officially extending. Me and Daenerys have decided that we're extending the show.
You know what you have done?
What? Caused a ruckus. Spread them and let them. Rick's motto. God damn it.
Please don't demonetize us. We don't want to be demonetized.
Well, I guess we got to be monetized first before we get demonetized. Oh, no, this is on your channel.
This will be on my channel, too.
12-inch Rick. What about
you missed that joke before. We were talking about Rick's 12-inch. What was it? A 12-inch something?
What have I started?
I don't know.
Base Therapy, get in here.
I don't think he likes us.
It's almost time to go night.
So Spare Change wouldn't come on the show. And then Mark wouldn't come on the show. And then Des wouldn't come on the show. And GSG Audio was like, I'm taking a walk and walking my dog. That was his excuse. of not coming on the show. Thanks,
Are
Kevin.
we that undesirable?
Apparently. I sent a note over to Melbourne Hi-Fi Chick.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Actually, she might have wrote back and I just didn't see the email.
Maybe she was one of the people watching and she's like, these guys there's like 90 dudes and we one chick and this is not working out. Mike's talking about.
Yeah, she's like, I'm never coming on this show.
They call him Big Iron. Dude, Rick Long is going to be famous after this. I'm coming in. Give me a sec, he said.
So Rick's got to come on the show.
Dude, Rick, you're part of this now.
You can never escape us. You're going to be camoing.
Dude, I want to subscribe to Rick's channel. Where is he?
Does Rick have a channel?
I don't know. He joined us through YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to go. Oops. Yeah, I'll do it later. But yeah, Rick.
What up, dude?
What up, dude? What are you doing?
Bass therapy in the house.
You chilling or what?
I'm chilling. Just got back from work and stuff. So
Good day? Bad day?
Good day. Good day.
Nice, dude.
How about you guys?
So, hey, guys, for everybody that doesn't know bass therapy, you guys got to go to Instagram and YouTube and check out his stuff because you had me at 90 dudes and one chick. That's hilarious, Kyle. All right. So
because bass therapy, you're what, like 11,000 followers on Instagram now?
No, I have 10,200 now.
10-2? You're still
Dude,
like twice as big as my channel. So well done.
My ass, dude. You were like right behind me. Dude. You're about to get there.
Yeah, I was really close to Audio Architects, and then he just started growing so fast. I'm like, you know what? I'll just let him grow. I don't care.
Well, now I'm letting you grow. Like,
yeah, I thought he was mad at me because I was getting too close to him, and he never we never talked. So I was like, is this dude trying to?
He's a hater. He's a hater all the time. Hateration.
You know what? Hold on. We need some Tyrion Lannister in here. Hold on.
Well, he's about to go out.
So, okay.
That's just better, yeah.
Bro. So I know you can see over my right shoulder. Check out those Martin Logans over there, brother. You gotta get yourself a pair of those.
Me? Dude, I don't have money right now.
You'll
I need
hate
companies to send me stuff.
You'll
to make friends with them.
You sound like a social media influencer for sure.
Dude,
Here, let me give you your card. There you go.
Bro.
Thank you, man.
No,
look, I can do video, photos, like be posting every day. You get a lot of followers.
So, bro, no bass, but mids and highs are the best I've ever heard.
Dude, you should try the Kefs, really.
Are you talking about the LS 150s or whatever?
No, these ones. Let me get them.
You do what, the Q350s?
No,
These
I think
right here. Q150s.
Q150, yeah. Yeah, those are awesome. Hey, you can come over to my pad. I've got Q350s here. They're very similar to the 150s.
But I think the Q350s are like harsh in the highs because of the size of the woofer. But I think the Q150s sound better in my opinion. That's why they made the LS50s 5 1/4.
Right on.
Well,
I thought that the 350s were kind of mellow on the high end, like not really forward enough for me. Yeah, I like a really bright sound though, so I want it like in my face.
Dude,
Nah, I don't like that. I like far away from me, chill.
I'm coming over to Utah. I'm coming over to see you in Utah, and we're gonna have a bass off.
Dude, you should bring your speakers. We can do a lot of videos.
Dude, Giles and I will pack a U-Haul full of speakers, and we'll come over there.
Dude, come in. I have a lot of space.
Dude, look at
like
Kyle. Look at Kyle in the comments, dude. Rick is the human sundial.
I can't see it. Oh,
Rick, the human sundial.
Yeah,
90 dudes and one chick.
Jake.
You notice how Kef won't post any off-axis frequency response. Uh-oh.
Off-axis
don't
is
be
the
a
speaker
hater.
killer.
Uh-oh. He's hating.
Still sounds good though.
He said get the
all
LS50
this technical stuff.
I want to. So I want to. I don't know how to say this guy's name because I can't read Cyrillic script.
Whoa. What's
Cyrillic.
going on here?
Yeah, so that's Cyrillic, right?
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, Uzbek.
Das Vidanya.
So yeah, and then Krokzilla, however you say it, the hello in Russian.
Karasho.
I don't speak anything else, bro. Just Portuguese.
You speak Portuguese. So what's hello in Portuguese?
Hola.
Oh, so it's just straight up like okay.
Yeah, hola.
I can translate hola. Yeah.
Privyet, Kaktila. I could speak a little Russian. Kaktila. That's
Yeah,
I mean
Kaktila,
hello,
that's
how
it.
are you?
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Really? Dang.
Yeah. Suka means bitch.
You used to date a Russian girl.
Bro, you're gonna get demonetized.
All right, that's my goal. I want to demonetize Giles.
Dude, our last one was limited monetization.
Well, they were
Really?
saying, dude, that one guy was dropping the F bomb, dude. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
That was a
I mean,
Privyet.
I didn't drop anything, bro. I'm clean. Sometimes.
he's like, I'm not dirty.
Oh my God.
I'm not
Just don't
dirty
see me
enough.
playing Warzone.
Oh man, I got a bookshelf for you, bro. I got a bookshelf for you.
Oh, that's the one right there.
Ah, dude, I'm gonna fall over.
Bring it,
on,
man. Bring
dude.
it. Show off
Bro,
the goods.
that's gonna get a lot of views if you drop off. But
Oh,
well, which one are those?
this, my friend. This is some Starke sound, buddy.
Dark Sound? Oh,
Look at
they
it.
followed me on Instagram. They're super cool people.
They
I know.
are the best people.
No, they're the coolest people.
I was thinking hitting up Acurus and them, but I'm
Look
too
at the
scared.
size
I
of
don't know.
this, dude.
I feel
Look
like
at the
they're
size
not
of
gonna
it.
listen to me.
Look at the size of this. 6.5 inch. The back is
Dang,
beautiful.
they're
Dude.
long.
Look at that shit, dude. That shit looks
Don't they
good.
chug off at higher volumes because of the small size port?
It's all right. I did a sweep on it, and Giles was supposed to decipher it for me because he's the best, but he hasn't yet. But it stayed pretty level. The bass is okay. Actually, I shouldn't even be talking about any of this because I'm doing a video on these that I haven't even done yet. So
It's
People are
alright,
getting-
man. If you watch the live, you get
people are
New-
getting some
They get the
secret action.
preview and all the extra stuff.
But yeah, these sounded great. I mean, that's all I'm going to say right now. I'll give my detailed thing in the upcoming video on my Audio Architects YouTube channel that everybody should be following right now.
follow bass therapy too. I just need more speakers and more reviews, dude. I'm just
You'll get there, brother. You'll get there.
dude, you're fine.
I wish
What
it
are
was
talking
you,
about?
man. Like getting all these companies to work with you.
I wish I was you, man. Young.
Yeah, young. Please take away
You
these
only
20
get- you
extra
only
years.
need Young
Really,
one.
no, I take it back. I wish I was Rick Long, dude.
Rick Long.
Do they sound as
Why?
sexy as they look?
Dick Long the second.
They sound better.
Hey, you
FPS.
say my name sounds bad? You trying to fight?
What? Who?
What? When? Huh?
Who said
No,
that?
they.
Never mind.
I can't wait to hear them. I've not actually heard those bookshelf speakers either. The VB61s.
They're good. They're super loud. Way louder
The
than
6
the
inches get really loud.
Getting Serious. Who is good at EXO?
Oh, he's talking your language now.
Oh, crossovers, dude. That's all you,
1,
base
2, 3 Toy. Just talk to him. He's pretty good at crossovers.
Toyd's good. There's a bunch of people that do crossovers. I'm actually going to start learning to do crossovers, so that way I don't have to rely on anybody. That way I can just do
I
my
did one. He helped me made one, but dang.
I saw you had like a breadboard and like some of the stuff on there,
Show it.
right?
Go get
Yeah, I
it.
can get it. Let me get it real quick.
Yeah, go get it. Show off your handiwork.
I love it.
I'm all about electronic crossovers. You don't need all those components. You just buy something and inputs, outputs, put in your slope and the frequency, done.
Right here, my custom crossover for my speakers.
Hell yeah.
That I'm still finishing. This is the low end, and this is the higher end stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, man. We're gonna, unfortunately, Jeff Bagby passed away, but he has a lot of great information available.
Yeah, I never knew Jeff. I don't think I've ever spoken to him. That was sad news.
Yeah,
Dang.
gotta pour some out for
That's
him, dude.
and for YouTube, that was water that he's pouring out.
Pour, yeah.
Just water. Just water.
Well, right on, dude. I'm glad you were able to make it, brother.
Yeah. You guys were texting me. I was like, I didn't even see your text on Instagram. Did you guys send it there, or are you guys just joking?
No, I sent you one. I thought I sent you one on Instagram. Hold on.
He
Wow.
usually lies a lot, so he forgets
Oh,
what's true and what's lies. So he'll
Because
be
I
like,
just checked, and
Dude.
there was no audio architects.
Greg, whoever Greg is, thank you for subscribing to my channel. You are the best. Greg, the Gregster. All right. Let's see if I
know
can.
who these Gregs are.
I did. Might have not.
You didn't. Freaking liar.
Dude, he's a totally liar.
Hold on.
Why you
Bass
always
therapy. Oh,
lying?
bass therapy. I didn't.
See? You guys were like,
See?
oh, we texted you at 11. I was like, no, you didn't.
So I agree with Mark. I love me some active crossovers.
Dude, what just happened here?
Same.
Dick Long. Dick Long. He changed it to Dick Long. Look.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God. That's somebody else, I bet.
Dude, Dick Long. I love it. Kyle Baker just subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle, you are the best.
All I need is
How many followers
2,500
are you
more
at
people to hit
YouTube?
10,000.
Dude, I'm like at 73 or 4 now.
Nice.
I'm weak, dude. No,
You're gonna get that 100 pretty soon.
I need John Doe to follow me. I need Bass Therapy to follow me.
I already follow you, dude.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
You didn't watch my video. Dude,
Hey,
that video.
Hey, don't mess with Daenerys, dude. She'll get you. She'll Dracarys you.
You know, I was talking to Mike earlier, and he said, "I bet Bass Therapy thinks I watch all his videos, but I don't."
Dude, he's a liar.
Dang.
He's a
He straight up was like, "I'm never gonna watch one."
You know
I
what?
I watch all of them, but he's all like, "I'm never."
I never see a comment of you though.
I
Mike
don't comment, man. I don't know. I'm like antisocial, but I'm on
My
social
videos
media.
are weird though. I just record them and post them because I hate watching myself. So I'm just like, ew, who's that?
Dude, you know what I think about all this? Dude, FPS Machete just followed me. I love you, FPS Machete.
I drink.
Start following Bass Therapy, guys. We have the best content ever. Audio Art Test is really good, but Bass Therapy is just another level.
I don't know.
You want to see that rawness? Dude, my videos are so bad. I don't even know how people
See
watch
the
it.
rawness. Is that
That
code for
rawness.
I don't know how to edit yet?
Dude, I don't know how to edit. It's horrible. My editing skills are terrible. I just cut in the wrong time. And then I don't have patience to watch the video. So I'm just like, you know what? I screw it. I don't even care if I messed up my English. I don't even care anymore. Just go.
Oh my God,
Make
look.
fun of me in the comments. I don't give a crap.
Dude,
YOLO.
Rick Long, tripod is back.
The tripod.
You look hornier on your profile pic, just saying.
How does it have anything to do with ported versus sealed subwoofers?
Oh yeah, let's go back to it.
Oh, so what's your point of view? While we got you
I
on
like-
here for a few minutes.
I like ported. No, I like sealed because you can like push it higher without making air noises. I hate the chuffing noise. That's just something that I wish it never existed. But yeah, I like sealed because no, I actually like with passive radiators. think
Now,
that's
see,
the
you're
future.
talking my language.
Yeah, I think passive radiators are way better than ported and sealed because you can get way more volume in a smaller box.
I'm
I'm a big
Agreed.
fan of the radiator.
I just
I'm a fan of
hate
the radiators.
how companies overcharge them because a subwoofer with passive radiators are like $3,000 and a normal one is $1,000. So and I know passive radiators are not that expensive to build. So yeah, that's one thing I hate about.
It's a
passive
conspiracy.
radiators.
There's
Really?
something going on.
Oh my God, look at Kyle Baker, dude. He's getting crazy. This
Okay,
is-
all right. Okay, Kyle. Don't make me knock you out, man.
People
We're
on
not going to get
YouTube.
up into that controversy.
Sorry, Boomer comment was to something people earlier were talking about. What?
Yeah, we're not doing boomers either. So
These guys are
Keep it-
getting crazy.
keep it nice. Don't like me
Shoe,
doing all this business.
JPR, Rhythmic, Seat and Sound, Power Sound, Audio, SVS are the mainstream players. That's funny. Maybe I'm not with it, but I haven't never heard of.
I never heard Seaton Sound.
Seaton? Oh, the submersive?
JTR.
It's awesome.
With Mick, I heard of it.
You were, Kyle. You were. You're still my homie.
I like Kev subs.
Kef makes subs.
Kef subs.
Kev. Dude, I don't know. I just love Kev. Kev is just my brand.
You're like, they're gonna give me some blades one day. That's what you're doing.
You know what's funny?
No, I don't really like blades. I think the only speakers I want to get is the LS50s, and I think I'm good for the rest of my life. I just need to be friends with Kev because I
Dude,
cannot
we
afford
need to
$1,000
introduce
speaker.
this kid. What's his name? What's his name that came on our show?
Sharky.
Yeah, Sharky. Jack Sharky.
Yeah, Jack Sharky.
Yeah, we're gonna introduce you to Jack Sharky because, dude, you could be the next poster boy for Kef right now, dude. Like,
Dude, I will. I will like learn
Look at 'em.
everything from it and be like the promo boy. You know, be like, buy Kevs, they're the best. And if you don't buy, I'll find you and I'll freaking destroy your speakers and make you buy Kevs.
I'm getting a little scared over here. That's like threat. I mean, that's like the animosity is like palpable.
Bass
Man.
therapy is
if you go back on my Instagram and you see people talking crap on Calf, I'm just like, you know what? I'll just block you. And I start blocking people talking crap on Calf because I had them. And it was so funny because now I just unblocked everyone. And I'm like, oh, sorry. I just blocked you because you talk crap on Calf. So, yes. But now I love everyone. I just like, if you want to talk crap on it,
I'll tell you what,
don't talk on my Calf.
Hold on. Giles, if I ever have a successful like speaker company, I want this kid representing me right here.
I mean, just my Instagram.
You're talking crap on Mike. You're talking crap on Mike's Audio Architects, huh? Blocked. I like that.
You know what he would do? He would make you wear a mesh nylon shirt.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's what he's
weird.
into.
100% with nipple rings.
And
he would want you to speak German.
My dad speaks German. I heißt mich nicht. I don't know how to speak German, dude.
All right, we have gone 20 minutes over our time. That's totally my fault because
it is your fault. Actually, it's Bass Therapy's fault.
It's Bass Therapy's fault.
No, it's your fault.
Because he wasn't here at 10 when I told him to be here. You know, like
you didn't.
I'm flipping.
Dude. You're gonna get fired, man.
Oh, I hope ISHI 619 SD subscribe to all of us.
Right.
Because if you only subscribe to one of us, then that means two of us are going to be super angry.
Dude, I'm already sad. I'm crying. As you can see.
I'll be angry and you can be hurt.
I'll be honest. All I care about is that he subscribed to mine and it says, "Hey, right here. Thank you, bro.
What?
Appreciate you.
I'm not even looking at my stuff.
I'm the cool one, dude. I'm the cool one.
You're not the cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Mike is the cool one.
I got Daenerys right here. She's gonna sit on her iron throne, is what she's gonna do. Okay.
Dang. That's a nice throne. Nice throne. Dude, I can't speak English today.
I can't speak Spanish today either.
I can't speak Portuguese at all.
Muy bien.
Me gustan las bocinas.
Tus nombre. Why does bocina sound so sexual when Portuguese people say it?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amor?
Oh my god. And for anybody that doesn't know, this dude is actually Brazilian and he looks like Norwegian and I love it. And I'm Cuban and I look Cuban. So and this guy is Alabamanian.
Yeah, I'm from the third world nation of Alabama.
I'm actually American. I'm just hiding, you know. I just fake my accent. I just fake I don't know English, you know.
Okay, so guys, we'll see. That sounds perfect. So final thought on sealed versus ported. Let's finish this right now. Who votes? Okay, so I voted for either one depending on what I'm listening to. I do prefer sealed when I'm listening to certain types of music, but for overall, I'll take a ported just because I like the way it sounds. What do you say, Giles?
I say it's application specific. However, just so you know, I have 2 ported subs in my home theater, and in my living room, I have a sub that's dual passive radiator. So no sealed in the house.
And Bass Therapy, what say you?
2.0, no subs.
Oh God! Oh, let me take out the dagger.
Kick him out. Get him out.
No.
I don't want your kind in here.
All right, if I'm gonna choose one, I'd go sealed because I think ported it goes too. I don't know. I don't really know. I think both are really good, and the technology that is following is just getting better. So I think both will perform the same.
Okay, I agree with Ishii over here. 619 sealed for music, ported for movies.
True that. Yeah, that's true.
And just I used to live in the 619, so I know where you're at.
That's all I got to say about that.
You have noises, bro.
Oh, dude, you want to see my best noise?
Yeah. You sound like Godzilla.
You like that?
I drink and I know things.
I don't drink and I don't know things. So you're right.
All right, yeah, that's it. We're shutting her down.
All right, John Doe,
Thanks for being on the show.
Follow us, dude. John Doe.
Follow. This is the best podcast ever.
Bass Therapy.
Bass
JDM
Therapy.
World.
If
JDM
you want to
World.
see the
Audio
best flexing
Architect.
videos, follow me.
And
Follow
if you want to
Robert.
see the guns,
It's a movie or it's music.
I don't have guns. I'm
Mark
skinny.
D, Mark D, you're coming on the show next time because I want to argue with you. Oh, face up in here with God.
I don't want to argue with Mike.
I'm crazy, dude. All right, guys. Well,
I
thank you.
know.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Bass Therapy, and
You're welcome. Anytime.
we might do one of these tomorrow. Who knows? We're feeling
I'm
crazy.
down.
This week has been nuts. We're kind of. I think Giles and I are digging this thing.
it's good. It's
You
easy
guys
to
are.
make
You guys
videos.
think you're digging it?
I like
you
it.
sure you thinking you're digging it? I
We'll
think you
do it
really
from-
like
we'll
it.
do it from my channel next time, so that way JDM World won't get demonetized. Wait, 8-inch Rick Long's back. 8-inch Def Tech subs have 2 passive radiators.
Indeed, they do.
They do.
They do. That was the first passive radiator I ever owned was a Def Tech.
And don't
Yeah,
I?
I like those little bookshelves they have with the passive radiator on top.
Mhm.
Those are pretty cool.
Here's Rick. That's so mean, dude. Kyle, what is wrong?
Kyle, who hurt you?
No one cares right now. Dang.
So who hurt you, Kyle?
Kyle's
And Mark is the only one that's being reasonable here with
Mark
good
not
arguments,
tired.
and we gotta show him the love.
Say moniker. Oh, he's attacking me now. Okay, so how can I put this lightly?
Take it frame by frame it. Have everybody shouting something.
Everybody's going crazy. The tripod has spoken. Oh my god. It's playing.
Why are you guys making fun of tripods? I need to get into this. What is
No,
happening? You guys aren't
they call the
explaining
tripod. You missed it. You missed it.
You
anything.
watch
If you
watch it
actually
watch it back.
invited me-
Yeah,
watch it
you gotta
back.
watch. You gotta watch.
You got
the
a whole hour of content here that will change your life.
Jeez.
Because this
All
will
right,
change
my
my
life.
life.
Mark, we're gonna continue this conversation tomorrow. Okay, so you got to come back and you got to be on the show too. So we'll talk about tight bass and tripods and all that good stuff. All right,
Tripods.
you want to take us out, Giles?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop comments down below. We've
the
got
bell.
Audio Architects over here. Where's he at? Over here. Got JDM World right here. And down here, you've got the
Bass Therapy.
phenom of Instagram Bass Therapy.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace out. Have a good
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye.
Kisses.